What's going on, man?
What's going on?
I'm here.
How you doing? Yeah, I don't know where near my heat. To get something to eat.
That's all right.
Stepped out for a minute, but yeah.
No, I'm cool, big guy. I took the train down, so I'm good.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, had to worry about parking.
What train? Obviously the L, right?
The sub.
Yeah.
What is poppin', y'all? Raj down here. Y'all know what time it is. It's time to start sniffing. You know what I mean? Let me take the headphones out. Sniffy sniff time. Just got off work, straight down here on the train. To sniffy sniff.
Try samples as well.
I guess that's why. It's not bad to be down here because I can just catch the subway down here. And I don't have to pay.
He's one of our regular customers. So he always comes in and does his YouTube and Facebook Live.
All this stuff. All right, 7 people in the house. I need more likes and we get started. What's going on, Jay? What's going on, JP? CJ, pulling strings. What's going on? What's going on? Hey, y'all know I came down here to get a good spray of imaginary author's new juice. And Near just walked in. There he is. Mr. Near just walked in.
How you doing?
Just in time. Doing well. Just got here. Just walked in.
everybody.
You doing something?
I'm well. How are you? Yeah.
You like a I have this coat.
Oh, what, you have this coat?
Who makes it? Who makes it?
Well, this is Banana Republic. I
Oh,
think.
I have one just like your dad.
There's a
Who
couple
makes it?
coats I see like it.
Yeah, I have a black one. Got the vest built in. Blah 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 blah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like it. I like that, my friend. Okay.
Thank you very much.
You good? You good as usual?
Thank you.
Yeah, got to work. Came straight down, of course, to spray.
Thank you guys.
Telegramma. Here it is. You know, I've been spraying like the sample. They gave me a sample last night, so I've been spraying it. I let my man at the job smell it. He was like, "Oh, that smells good." So I told him if I like the bottle by the bottle, I'm gonna give him my sample. So, a different type.
I didn't even realize.
Oh, different type. Okay. So we're gonna spell Telegram. I can tell y'all already. I like it.
I bought a short story collection.
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah, some people say they smell this, smell that. All I smell is teak wood. That's what I smell. I smell woods. Woods. JT said hi.
Yeah? Hi, JT.
He said hi, JT. Well, he'll be in front of the camera in a minute, so you know.
Three or four?
Come on, more lights.
A Telegrama?
No, I'm just saying in general.
Of the National Authors?
In like 3 days.
They've got the flow. They've got the flow this week.
Yeah, they been rolling out?
This week's been crazy.
Good. It's a good thing.
Always. I'm always happy when people buy stuff. That's what I want. People go home going happy.
Wait, did you take this over there to take a picture?
Let me see.
Yeah, I didn't like it. I stopped in the other space that was going around.
Yeah, on the, which one?
It's a bakery right now.
Wait, the one right here?
Up there.
Oh. Weren't you looking at that place?
I looked at every empty space within a mile.
How's it? Is someone move in there or no?
Yeah, she opened up a bakery. It looks great.
Oh, wow.
You adjusting everything.
No. I'm just trying
But you're
to figure
get
out
places.
what it kind of reminds me of. It's reminding me of something.
Yeah, me too.
We've got a couple of customers that what they do is they spray on each finger. And Raj is one of those customers, right? You got 5 tester strips and you got different portions of your hand.
Yes.
Back of the wrist, forearm, right? Like you got 10 little finger strips.
There you go. On the skin. And because I sprayed up, what's going on today?
What'd you spray up? You don't even want to tell me. What did you get?
This year, man, I sprayed up on, I went full on, I like high frequency. I didn't think I would like high frequency. I like high frequency.
High frequency is really good.
Oh, man,
There's
it's
a reason
good.
we had that one, but it's like, it is really, really good. I picked that one out early on, and that was one of the first ones where I was wearing it a lot.
Yeah. I like high frequency. You can smell that. You can smell the sweetness. You can smell the almond and that kind of floral thing
That
kind of
almond
goes down.
note
After
really
a while.
works for me.
Yes, and it's getting the sweetness from, I guess, the orange blossom. What's called is where they get the sweetness from. Yes, because first I liked the other one more. Now I like frequency more. But I like the other one as well.
The other one was Addictive Vibration.
Addictive vibration. That's why I sprayed up with that. I sprayed up with addictive vibration. And usually when I go to work, as a young lady, she claims that, oh, your stuff is too strong. You know, it's too much. Whatever.
She didn't say that about
Just say that all the day. Walked in, nice and slow to like this.
Yeah, just
She
right
didn't say
by.
enough.
So the funny thing is, I always feel like Initio is one of the powerhouses. We've got Juice Box and Initio are the strongest, biggest, loudest ones.
Mm-hmm.
And to hear that it's like, no, it's subtle, you know, it works for you. And
Yeah.
they're loud on me. They are loud.
They are
on
loud.
me. And yeah.
But for some reason, she didn't take it off. Because usually, like I say, I'll wear something kind of like not too strong, and it'll pop up my skin. As soon as I walk in the door, she's like, leave the door open, because she knows.
Oh, she's just being.
And she has ass.
She's
It
playing.
triggers my ass. It triggers my ass. And I'm like, oh. But today, I sprayed them good. You know, I'm a bomb sprayer, so.
I do know.
Yeah.
You're a 30 sprayer.
I am. Now, is there any way I can kind of get my nose on this? I heard what happened.
Which one's the open one? Is that the open one? The one that's filled a little bit?
I'm not sure.
One of
No,
the-
I don't think that's it.
We did bring it up. One of them.
I put it under here.
Yeah, I just want to get a sniff on it. We'll pick this up.
I sprayed it, so it's.
Yeah, that's the big size, it was a small size.
Yeah, one of those.
Oh, they come in small. Oh, they come small.
1 ounce is not.
I think it was this one.
But that was soon. I'm pretty sure it was.
And that's good.
That's the one. It's not open.
Oh,
It's supposed to open sometime.
that's right.
Now, this is supposed to be what? And
So that's,
Blonde.
blonde wood, rye, double. So the wood is, it's the woodiest one out of the list, you know, the single wood, I think this is woodier.
It's real similar to the other one.
The other wood.
Yeah. And then the other one.
Well, I guess they age just a little bit different.
No, they're all basically the same, aren't they?
No, they're two different barrels, and they only use the barrel once.
You can really read it too. It's like
Wait, are they all aged for 63 days though?
They're aged actually a different number of days, it's about 2 months later.
okay.
But the result is 75 bottles total each batch.
Damn.
Yeah, I think with the vanilla and one of the other guys is a different batch.
Actually, that's pretty good.
Excellent. I think this is genius. Right? I just,
I like them all. Except for the amber.
it's present, it's strong, and then it just,
Yeah, it's kind of.
yeah, I think it was like 6 hours on this.
Yeah,
But I'm wearing the vanilla and the patchouli and sandalwood the most. The other guys, the amber was short, the oud was short on me, and they were both subtle, so I didn't feel like those were very strong.
Yeah, that too strong.
Patchouli and vanilla are very, very strong.
I say patchouli, wow.
You think the I don't think the vanilla is strong at all.
No.
You don't think vanilla's strong?
No.
I think that's a blast. Hey, show them.
I think I'm just so used to vanilla.
Show them the.
Oro. Right.
Show them
Oro.
the.
Oh, Oro? Okay, sure.
Yeah, you know Oro.
Okay, fine fragrance. This is their new guy. Oh, it's backwards. Oro, or O-R-O. It's blonde oud and rye, aged in American oak barrel. We have a few in stock, 1 ounce and 1.8.
We have crystals.
No, you told me to count them, so I brought up upstairs thinking that there wasn't 3, but there's 3 total.
What are we missing?
Of course, I come down here on the train, of course, it's place to park.
The one time you take the train, and not just that, it's free on Saturdays, I just realized you're not like told me.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I know it's from Saturday.
I did not realize that.
I said I want to take a chance. I figured because even though it's kind of dreary down here, Army Navy game going on, just maybe with people from the game, like what some people.
They did, and they've been walking around. Yeah, take your time, put it in the back if you don't mind. Thank you. That's what I'm worried about.
So usually I want all the politics, right?
What'd you say?
I want all the politics. I think it'll be the next one to get this paid. Absolutely, that's easier. One day. What's the new one? There's a new one.
Oh, so new one. I haven't worked out all the details,
Okay.
so I don't remember what's going on. It's gone.
Is it out, or you just kind of?
It's out, it's just not out, like, technically it's not.
Right.
Technically it comes out in January.
So you can't talk about it?
No, it just means I don't know about it. Give me a second.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolute aphrodisiac, y'all. I think I really like that. I like that. I mean, I like Best with Rocker, I like Side Effect, but I think I like absolute aphrodisiac a little bit more. You know what I'm saying? Just in my honest nosed opinion. It's just me though. You know what I mean? And of course, I'm trying to save some money for Chris Collins' appearance, which is the 27th. 27th, Chris Collins will be here. Homeboy from Polo, which again, I didn't know he was the Polo guy. And I always told him I like Sauvage. I really like Sauvage. What finger I sprayed him? You're wearing apples and pears today, L? All right, cool, apples and pears.
Apples and pears is really good. It's a little bizarre, but it's good.
Mm-hmm.
It's tart.
Really? So it is apples and pears. Eating green. What is eating green?
Oh, yellow green? Oh, that's like a
Grassy.
grassy, but it's like tart almost.
Really?
It's good.
Oh, it's not bad. I'll smell right here. That's pretty good.
I think, yeah, it's like a green citrus, I think.
Semi-sweet. All right, eating green. If y'all like green, eating green is pretty good. I like that on my nose.
I feel like you smell these hungry.
Everything good. What's going on, Lavelle? How you doing? Long time no see, Lavelle. I ain't seen you in a minute, bruh. Yeah, Near's good. Near's good. He's here. He's taking care of some biz. I feel what you were saying earlier, bro. I know you do, right? I know, right? That's real talk, bro.
I mean, I know packaging, but.
That is real talk. These females be off the chain. I tell them, I'd rather come here and buy me a bottle of juice before I spend $70 on a dinner. I don't need to eat. I'll come here and buy me a bottle or two before I spend all that money on some eating. We're not doing that. Anyway, yes, sir.
Pine, mandarin, cinnamon.
Pine, mandarin, and cinnamon? Cinnamon's a good note for me. I like cinnamon.
The mandarin you're worried about.
Really?
That's always the one that you're worried about. It's a citrus. It scares you away. So here we've got Meet Me in the River, if you can see that.
Ooh. Okay. Very mandarin.
Yeah, so that mandarin lasts on my skin around 40, 45 minutes.
Really?
That's a good top note.
Mm-hmm.
And then it gets on my skin.
Mm-hmm.
The cinnamon is present. It feels like a cinnamon aquatic somehow,
Mm-hmm.
right? But it's not. That's not an accurate representation of what it is. I sprayed it on for the first time like 2-3 hours ago.
Did you?
Yeah, something like that.
What kind? One hitter? Two
I
hitter?
always spray once to
Just
test.
one hitter?
when I test to know how long it's gonna last,
Mm-hmm.
or what's it smell like, I hit one of 2 spots, or 3 spots. Back of my hand,
Mm-hmm.
my wrist, back of my wrist. One of those 3 spaces, that's the only way I test so that everything's fairly consistent.
Gotcha.
So when I say it lasts 2 hours, it's because it's one of those spots. If I say it lasts 10 hours, there's no change, it's the same exact spot, so I know, for me, this is what it does.
Gotcha.
It would be kind of silly for me to test something with 10 sprays all over my body.
Right, exactly. We couldn't really test it, like you said.
Yeah, which that is its own test, but I almost never do it because I'm wearing like 8 things every day, you know?
It's good. It's good, sir.
You know, and then there's that question of what does wearing 8 perfumes a day do for you, right? Well, the thing is, like, here I'm really testing out everything. You go into another store and they
Right.
you smell great. What's going on?
Right.
Meanwhile, I went out to dinner with for business. Somebody like wanted to talk to us about fragrances, and I'm like waving my hands around because I'm getting excited.
Right.
I'm talking about my business, and people are like, whatever's going on your hand, they're spraying like this. So like this section of my hand is 50 different sprays.
Right, of course.
Right, and they're like, it smells insane and good. I'm like, yeah.
But you can't say what it is. Because
No, I know
it's a whole
I know
bunch
it's
of-
like the last 4 hours of my day.
Exactly, right.
Right? So there's nothing, it's like that. I wash my hands several times and it's still doing that.
Mhm.
Right? So every day, everything's a little different.
So you can just compare, because I just went over here and I grabbed the Mandarin.
Yeah, so how do you feel? If you want to
Just a little bit more musky or musky.
okay,
It's a little musky, just a little bit brighter.
that's going to be much more bright. I think that this is good for this time of year, but I do think also because of the Mandarin, it will perform incredibly well in the heat.
Mm-hmm.
I personally prefer that one in the heat. In hot weather.
I like that. And this one in the chill.
I don't know yet. I assumed on the first spray that that's the one I'm going to enjoy specifically in the summertime. It's out now,
Mm-hmm.
right? It was made and crowdfunded in August. It's out now. So I don't know. I'm going to give it a few wearings before I really get into the nitty gritty of this would be good this time of year versus that.
Right.
Our first sniff, I think that it's good, but I also think that it has a Christmas vibe to be worn in the summer. So that means it's both light and Christmassy. And it's not because it's around Christmas time. It's because it smells to me like, you know, that orange with the clove pieces in it, right? It smells kind of like that. And it wasn't intended. It was made in August, so and we're the only ones who have it.
Okay.
I don't know that she is selling it on her site, but we're the only ones in the country to have it. Right?
They have it in the store.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful thing.
It is always a beautiful thing. I always love exclusivity.
That soap in there smells like crazy, man.
The one in our,
It's like, that's a good idea for a scent, apple cider.
the apple cider.
Really?
Yeah.
The
It's
apple
like
cider
woody, it's like woody,
There's a
but
few apple ciders we can talk about that maybe for
It's-
next year because it's still not worked out the end of 2020 fragrance.
Right.
The mid 2020 fragrance is being worked on.
Mm-hmm.
We're
like,
on it.
if I didn't look at the label, I would have no idea that's what it was. That was just like, yeah.
I get the apples. I don't really get the cider. I know it's a cider because I read the label and now I know. But
Right.
like I don't think of apple cider. I don't think of a cider like from like a beer cider. I really get a crisp apple out of that.
So
That's
none-
out of our soap, by the way.
Okay. But like I said, but not a boozy cider.
No,
Not the kind of cider.
that's not what we're picking up. Obviously, I always like a booze, so
Obviously, it's soap, so it has kind of a,
this is soap.
like that, whatever.
Right. Oh, so here's the question.
Mhm.
When you wash that for the day, you wear it all day. You don't want to put anything on the top of it, do you? That's the scent for the day.
What do you mean?
Once you wash with the soap.
Oh, no, I
that's
don't
it.
know. No,
We're not
my
like
point,
that.
no, my point was just, I was giving them an idea for a new fragrance.
He's trying to
Apple
get
cider.
Oh, I got you,
He's
I got
trying
you,
to
I got you.
muse for me,
Oh,
so
okay,
I
I got
make
you.
something else for next year.
I got you.
No, we're not
this-
bathing in that, right?
So,
So, you said the soap was, you have soap that smell like that.
No, it's just
Speaking
like
of soaps, did you see the Imaginary Authors soap?
Yeah, the over there, yeah, I ain't pay too much attention to it.
Hand
I
and body
mean,
or just?
to answer your question though, I don't feel like I have to wear one thing. I mean, I usually, if I'm living a normal life, not in the shop, right? Because if I'm here, I'm wearing all the things, nothing matters.
I
Do whatever you want. What?
I forget at home to even put stuff on when I go out.
Well, that's different because you're at home, right?
Yeah.
Here it's like you do it.
Exactly.
When I go out, I am doing one thing. My soaps are very subtle smell, right? Even if it's a floral soap, even if it's, whatever fragrance the soap is,
That's what you're kind of.
it's gonna be so subtle that I'm gonna just dive over it anyway, right?
Yeah, I got you.
So it's just sort of like, here's the soap and here's all my perfume right over it.
Right.
Whereas, if I were to layer it on purpose, I feel like that's now too much, right? So I'd rather mix and match for me.
Yeah.
The whole industry is about personal preference. If you
Yeah.
want one thing,
Find something
then
nice.
scentless is a good key, all that stuff.
I think Near should make a hand soap out of clutch and like a shampoo conditioner.
Right.
Go around to all these hotels and have it.
He's trying to do clutch everywhere, and he's not wrong.
Like it smells so good as a soap. And it would smell good as like a body shampoo, body wash, whatever.
People have already asked us specifically for Bliss.
Yeah.
A lot of people are asking us to make that.
See, I've never seen like a floral. Oh, I guess conditioner, yeah, herbal.
Everything is floral with
Yeah.
shampoo and soap, and it's all the same garbage, jasmine. It's very flat. It all smells the same to me.
Right, exactly.
Justin and I have talked about that. We've really toyed about it. We've toyed with, just to throw out some stuff, which none of this is happening. We're discussing, but it's not happening. We talked about hand soap, shampoo, conditioner, face soap, laundry detergent, which was my favorite installation.
Yeah, somebody else did that.
I
Yeah.
still want to do laundry detergent more than the other stuff.
MFK has.
I do know that.
Do they?
And they did that
Yeah.
after Justin and I started the discussion.
Is it like hypoallergenic or?
I don't know. I just
It's
saw the
expensive.
demons.
It's
expensive.
expensive
Yes.
laundry detergent.
Wow.
Yes.
That's what it is. So it's like,
I can't justify that one.
no.
I mean, all your clothes gonna smell like that detergent until it finally wears
Literally,
off.
like,
That's the thing, like, all your clothes-
not everyone, but a lot of people's skin is sensitive to that stuff. Like
Yeah.
I use that free all no.
That's what I do.
It's just-
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, I forgot which one I use, but yeah, it's all
It's like free, all
plant.
clear.
Mine's plant based.
yeah.
Right, so we would
It's
want to do
plant-based.
it in a way that made us.
Like basically hypoallergenic.
When we produce a product, the goal is to make ourselves happy first and our customers happy first, right? What do I mean with us? I mean everybody who shops here or is part of our business. And budget, even the display, what it looks like, it matters less than how does the fragrance make us happy.
Exactly.
Because I'm in the
Feel.
business of happiness. That's the way I feel. I feel very strongly about that. So,
But price has to be some kind of object too.
not for manufacturing for me.
No, really.
Lema's stupid expensive for us. It costs us twice as much to make Lema, more than twice, than it does to make the others. And the price is the same to you.
No.
Right, so if it doesn't fit my budget at some point, we just kind of readjust, but we look for the place to adjust and keep that level, right? So Lema had a saffron note, we took the saffron out,
Yeah.
Okay, I got you.
stuff like that, because that it was like, you're expensive here, you're expensive here, you're expensive here, and we were like, all right, so we gotta make a couple cuts, but in the end, as much as price is an object, there's a certain goal, and I'm not selling it for $400, right? I'd like to make money, but I don't need to be greedy.
Right.
Now there's this question of where do we want to be in the future, because we're talking about the future of the business. Now that we're here in Old City, we have a lot more freedom. We have a lot more connections, just from being open 6 weeks, we have an insane number of connections more.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, we've got some people walking in that we didn't experience anything like that. Yeah, people showed up at the mall, but here it's like, it's a lot more respect, it's a lot different.
Well, you gotta get used to this too. I mean, just like me, I had to find my way, find myself being comfortable.
Yeah.
I mean, even aside from the parking, even if whether they're just because it's just in the city that's gonna give you some kind of challenge sometimes. Even if the parking was free, you still gotta find a place to park. With, of course, in King of Prussia,
You have a place to park. The parking lot's empty almost all the time except for now. And then if you know your way around, you will not park further. If you know your way around, you can park closer, right? You still find that spot even, like I know, I've found that parking hard and all that stuff, but all the places, I've always had a place to park. Three parking spots from the building.
Not bad.
Yeah, because I worked there and you were parking.
What's this Wolfman, by the way? I'm gonna interrupt you. What's this Wolfman stuff?
It's good stuff.
Wolfsbane is
Wow.
the one I'm loving the most
Yeah,
all the time. That's
it's
like
great.
a Hannah's heavy.
The most-
Yeah, it's animal. It's the
It's-
most
Yeah,
animal.
right? Yeah, it is.
So to get this right, I'm gonna look this one up. Because I do have it sort of memorized.
The story behind it, the
It's
folklore.
not a woman center, it's not a woman pleaser, but it is, it's not even a comfort center, it's just sit home and like, just do this on me.
Oh, yeah.
Now, hold up. Now, hold up. Because that's what I'll be doing.
You keep drawing back to that. That'll always happen.
Yeah, it's just, it caught me, so that's Wolfbane is crazy, you know.
So this is a fig leaf fragrance, right? And that's why I really like it, right? Cumin, ginger root, absinthe, angelica root, patchouli, cedarwood, tuberose, tobacco flower, castoreum, benzoin, sandalwood, prunol, which is a black plum, vetiver, deer tongue? Oh, that's right, it's a type of tobacco,
Okay.
and black truffles. So to me, the key parts to this are the fig and the anise, right? It has an anise note.
Interesting. Do you have anything in this line that's gourmand? I mean, this, I smell, this is not bad either, I like that.
Hemlock is my favorite. Love it.
Hemlock?
Mandrake is
They're all floral, is why they're-
Mandrake is
Mandrake,
It's kind of
This
fruity.
hemlock.
Mandrake's fruity.
I like how Secretions Magnifique, by the way.
Yeah, I got some of that too. I mean, that's from a long time ago, but
I know,
I'd
but
like to revisit.
I feel like,
Roger.
yeah,
Didn't you buy this one? Did you buy this? The V?
no.
I was very close to getting it.
Yeah, you were. I remember you liked it.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna pick it up,
That was like an event.
no.
Yeah, nobody has it, no one carries it, the manufacturer doesn't do it right now.
Well, that's my man.
Yeah, that's Chris.
Soapy Soaps.
Yep.
Yeah.
Love that guy. He's a really good guy.
Yeah, nice.
That's such a good thing of what we do because we're not bound to any distributor, we're not bound to working with anybody specifically. And part of that is allowing us to be picky with the type of person we bring in. Now, I can't be that picky, there's some people I don't know. Like, I don't know the people behind Ron Jane, right? I do know the people behind Luban. I do know, Andy Tower, but like Natsumoto, I don't know how Alessandro does here.
Gotcha.
I know he's off the
Weird.
rails.
Weird dude. Listen,
So am I.
yeah, in a sense, you are, you're a little.
So off.
Yeah, a little eccentric.
I'm
But
a little
you should be. You should be.
I should be.
People say musician, like, they call it eccentric, because I am, because I'm a musician. Most musicians are eccentric. You know, all kind of crazy.
Yeah.
Because I gotta think your way so I can make my music.
You gotta be a little
Crazy.
new, I would say.
New, you wanna go more new?
I like the
Okay.
word new. You wanna be new. Not
Yeah, I think
what people have experienced before.
it's fresh.
Ida Randler. Do you not have Ida Randler?
Singing?
You don't have that?
No,
It's also pretty good.
Super Deacon, that's my place. I'm trying to find something else for him to get. I was staring, but I couldn't take it.
No, doesn't fit. Doesn't fit.
Yeah, I saw that pretty quick. But somebody worked real fast.
I bet. I mean, you was priced to move.
Yeah, I was like, come on now, do well. Thank you. What else? What else? So, let's go to Stinky Stink.
Stanky stank?
Yeah.
You trying to get stinky?
Yeah, remind myself what this thing smelled like. What? Oh, blood. No.
So something I want to do.
Smells like panic, like
We have it down here?
No,
Oh, where's the stinky?
right there in front of the top.
Oh, there you go.
I put it like I hid it to the side. Because I don't want it to be the first one people grab, right? That's
Yeah, right.
That's the entire line.
Yeah, exactly.
So I sprayed hemlock on here. Because I just wanted to do this for fun.
Okay. Hemlock.
Hemlock was described as kinky sex because it's latex and leather.
Oh.
And now to put this on there, it's like, the way I figured is like, this is a dungeon. Oh, that's absurd. First off, that covers up the whole thing.
Exactly. Yeah, see that? No, I'm not putting it on my skin, I'm not gonna do that.
No, I got it on myself.
I gotta go to the training. There's metal, I just smell metal. All that smells.
That's, it smells like
Red,
raw iron on a
rust,
hot day.
metal. Yep.
Yeah, it smells like bacteria.
Yeah. It never jumped
Yeah,
out.
kind of like pennies.
Just for fun, I sprayed hemlock, which Joseph Cortana describes as like kinky sex. It has leather and vinyl, latex, right? And then I sprayed Secretions Magnifique on it. It's such a...
What's the alcohol?
No, I'm just kidding. It's not, it just smells like metal to me. They said it smells like iron.
Yeah, like wrought iron,
Yeah.
like a wrought iron bar.
Right.
Let's see what people are saying.
Yeah. This Christian with his oud. Oh, we don't miss a lot of
Thank
folk.
you, Notice.
Well, infidels. Did you buy infidels?
It was him.
No.
Yeah, he
No,
did. He said,
he did,
I
but
was
he got-
around 2 p.m. today in the
Yeah.
bond, go to see Arden.
Yeah.
No, I sold it to Joe last night.
You saw what? Infidel last night?
Infidels, yeah.
I knew it because I'm looking for it. I mean, I would have bought it today.
What's up, Chris? How you doing?
Oh, yes, good try. Chris, do you want some metal? Iron?
I prefer metal music to iron.
Semen and ball sack. I don't know what's in here, man. Whatever. Secretions. It is.
There's some really funny articles on that. There's one on Vice where a woman wore it for a week.
Yeah, I remember that. I read
Yeah.
that. I read that. Yeah.
The reactions out of that. You smell like my dad.
Yes,
That was the reaction somebody got.
Yeah, it wasn't like she was getting really like gross reactions though. I mean,
Well, you know, and we know this does get compliments. It does. If you don't talk about what it is, people will be like, "What is that?"
Yeah.
They smell good, and then you're like, "I smell like blood and semen," and then conversation.
and then kind of just go right.
So
What's in this? Blood and semen?
now, honestly, the combination of these two, hemlock is beautiful,
Right.
right? It's a very, very good floral.
That could cover up a lot of
If
it.
we,
What, the hemlock?
yeah, I mean, smell like right here in the middle.
Mm-hmm.
It's not bad.
It's not bad. No. I mean, I smell both of them individually.
I think
I
that
smell
kind of-
hemlock and I smell this.
The concept of what I did there is really dumb, but
It had to be
it's
done.
not bad.
No, not bad.
Not bad. I would like to stop spraying that today, though.
Right. Oh man. So I have on all the mandolins, and although I put his finger, I think this one is sun-grown. Which is not a mandolin, but it's kind of like
It's an orange rind, right? Which can come off. He might have even used a mandarin from it, right? Yeah, I get you. It's so weird. It's such a weird perfume.
Dude, what is this again? Oh, this is not scary. This is not like the oud thing. It's not oud.
No, that's not one of the things.
He's long.
It's not the dank one. I got rid of that. They might come
I used to
again,
have
but
a
it's
guy
not
here
here
to
yet.
buy samples of that like every week.
Really?
Yeah.
This is about samples.
He used to buy samples for like 20-some bucks.
It was at least 25 a piece.
Yeah, 25, yeah, you're right. And he
Yeah,
eventually,
what about it?
no, he eventually, yeah, it's funny because he eventually came back, and I think I sold him
The
the
tester.
tester of it, yeah.
Like here's the rest of the bottle
Right.
you're using, right?
Yeah. Mhm.
Could have been using it the whole time.
All the time, exactly. But hey, I guess he had to go through the process.
I'm happy to support people however they want, as long
Right.
as it makes sense for all of us.
How come Tango
Yeah,
is
at
not
that
half
point- At
empty?
that point, we didn't have any
What's that?
inventory.
How come Tango is so full?
I got a new tester.
Oh, I'm about to say, man, because that's pretty good. That's about the only one I
Do
really
you
like.
have
I don't have any of these.
You don't have any?
Mm-mm.
I
No?
know you're on a budget, so I'm not gonna play games.
You can, go ahead,
Oh,
try it.
yeah? No, I'm not.
You saw what happened last night. You never know.
Uh,
I mean, it won't be last night, but I'm saying, you never know.
after last night, you still had budget left over, because that was a serious deal. I was like, what's something Raj won't say no to?
That was it.
And I was like, there's no option, it's only for these two.
Yeah.
I made that abundantly clear.
And you know what? And again, I was really surprised. I really did like him. I figured it would just be something that look good in the cage.
You would think like it's just an addition, but honestly, and we could go into the pricing and all that. But the truth is that brand is really good at getting the job done well,
Right.
right? And being very loud about it, right? I feel the same is true for Juice Box. They nail their target.
Right.
I think the same is true for Lubon, but Lubon is subtle. They're all about subtlety, a caress, right? Each brand that we've got going on here is doing different things. Ormond Jane, they're all very familiar to one another. So they're all, literally, they all overlap one another, right?
Right.
So, I can't say that nothing overlaps in the shop, because the entire line is overlapped.
Exactly.
But they're all different. They're all different, so they all come off a bit, more rosy, more Turkish rose, more Spanish rose,
So
more
what-
pepper.
What do you think made her go elixir, though? I mean, what made her just think that would be a good move?
I don't have an answer to that. I do know what the answer is. They looked at the sales of the Four Corners collection.
Okay.
All right, so let's show your people what I'm talking about. So the Four Corners collection has these two options, right? And you can either get the big guy, the 120 mil, or the 50 mil. And this guy's 30%, and this guy's 42%. And they were selling a lot of these. So what they were thinking is, as a business, anybody who, for example, loves Amber Royal is going to love Royal Elixir, right?
Gotcha,
Anybody who
gotcha.
loves Taif is going to like Taif
Taif
Elixir.
Elixir. Gotcha.
That's not accurate,
Right.
okay? Some people just think that certain notes will stand out and blow up. I had this conversation this morning, where something is not right with the elixir, or something is not right with the parfum. So they choose to get one or the other, and that's the same truth with these. People don't typically pick up both.
Gotcha.
Okay? So it's a way to satisfy the people who want that super high concentration.
Cause see, that's the thing that happened with MFK. I like the MFK. I like the cashmere and all that stuff. But I didn't like oud. I liked all the rest of them. I like cashmere and silk and all that stuff. But I didn't like the
The
oud.
silk mood until,
The silk oud, no. I liked them all. Velvet, I had velvet.
okay,
And of course, you can get velvet now overseas. Cashmere, or cashmere. One of them you only can get overseas now. But I didn't like oud that much. But I really like oud extra. Oh man, I like oud extra. Oh man, it's so much better than the regular oud one. So it goes to show that it did, to me, it was an improvement.
yeah,
to
and
the
that's,
other oud,
and that's
the
exactly
extra,
right.
You know?
Yeah,
Definitely.
we're talking about these guys right here,
Mm-hmm.
right? Similar concepts. We've got two Andy Towers here, Claire du Desert and All Queer du Desert.
Right. Which
They
is what I want.
are not the same formula. I know.
So I really like
When
it.
you're ready, you're gonna get this one, which it doesn't work on me in the slightest.
Right.
Not most, about half of Andy Tower stuff doesn't work, and the other half, rock star level good. Like
Right.
I'm listening to Led Zeppelin here.
Mm-hmm.
So I would say that, people like both of them, but tend to itch more for one than the other.
Well, I came up with LDDM, so that was the first one I bought.
Yeah.
That's in New York. But what made me like this one, even though not really kind of similar, was Incense Rose. Because Incense Rose is so intense. So intense that it made this easy for me to deal with.
Yeah.
As opposed to this being a little lighter than this.
And Incense Rose and Fium Rose de Kandahar are my favorites in the line.
When I see it getting out of Kandahar, because you probably don't have
It's out. I have it in the back, but it's
Okay.
I like the one that smells like skull tobacco.
Is that the Lonesome Rider?
Lone Star.
That's the
Oh,
one
Lone
with the
Star
tab.
Memories. This one here, yeah. don't like
That
it.
one?
I don't like
Yes,
these
it smells
this
like
one?
yeah, it smells like the skull tobacco.
It smells. Brian
Lone
says
Star, I
Lone
like
Star
the Lone
Memory
Star
smells
Rosin, I
like.
that one.
Smells like the, you know.
It does
stuff
have
you
the
put in your
tobacco
lip.
What it smell like?
I don't
Stuff
spend
you
a
put
lot
in the
of.
lip.
Oh, the snuff?
Skull. Snuff or
Oh, so,
whatever.
okay.
I mean, it is.
I don't know why I used to love that.
I know because you're
smell.
a bad boy, man. That's just too much for me.
What?
Okay.
Tobacco.
Yes, yeah.
No, the incense rose though rocks on it.
Yeah, that's my
I just
favorite.
really like it.
Yeah, it's a good one. Once I got that, man, that was crazy.
Let me give this away. I haven't worn
Nobody
this
could
forever.
deny that.
I like Lou.
So you must not be going home, you know.
What?
Because the wife is not gonna like that thing.
She'll sit on the other couch.
Yeah, she'll be like, okay, that's enough. I can't. You know what I mean?
No, there's a certain point we have, my wife always jokes that the key to a successful relationship is 2 large televisions.
Space, yeah.
Sit in another room.
In a separate room, that's right.
That's right.
I have
I
a setup and she's got a setup.
We're the total opposite. She's watching, like,
I would-
I'm watching sports and
Yeah,
I
you know
was
what?
watching the ID murder channel.
Yeah. The key to me is to do what she says and includes get away.
Pretty much.
When she says go away, you leave.
Yeah, that's it. Quickly.
I don't say
Don't
it.
argue.
I don't say it. I just leave.
Mm-hmm.
But
It's
she,
not always that easy, Roger. No argument.
Well, it's been a while for me, so I can't remember.
Yeah.
Right now, I'm set in my ways, so it won't take me long to get me upset. Okay, you know what, Bob? All right, so this Beat Cafe is what now? What is it supposed to be? It's supposed to be cafe-ish?
So that's all leather, tobacco, coffee.
Oh, is it?
Beat Cafe and Black Powder
Oh, I smell that.
share a lot of notes. Beat Cafe is more popular for our patrons, for our customers. I love Black Powder. I really, really do.
So what's the gourmand? The gourmand is $14 green here, right?
14 hour dream, I would say that's the gourmand.
And the seals inside.
I would say this one is the vanilla is
Vanilla.
great.
What's that vanilla? Okay, those two are vanilla.
These two, Golden Serenade, they all clearly have the same vanilla.
Really?
Yeah, you can smell it really bad.
Yeah, something else is going on with this. Like
Oh,
dark.
so saffron and oud.
Oh, there you go, yeah, okay. I knew something else going on there. Hey,
Saffron, oud, leather,
So this is the oud piece here.
twice through 25.
And that's why it's gold beating like this, okay. Okay.
It's I mean, it's really good, but if you ask me which of the new saffron ouds I'm wearing, it's gonna be this guy.
Really?
Yeah. So the question I
Oh, yeah, I
presented,
smell it, though, yeah, I smell it.
would you just touch Siren and Sailors?
Yes.
Okay, so he's sniffing Siren and Sailors right now,
Mm-hmm.
that magenta box. And then we were just talking about Golden Serenade, which I immediately brought out, this Sarmat. Nobody's gonna talk about this. This is available only at boutiques, only at 100 boutiques in the world.
Really?
Yeah, that's it. I'm not allowed to sell it online. It's strictly white glove service or not available.
Oh, wow.
So they say, like, if people reach out and they want to sample or talk to you about it, buy it digitally, totally possible, but you must be the one doing it and putting it through. In other words, so this isn't just like a buy it online and whatever.
Gotcha.
It needs the service.
Right, that does accentuate the brand, or
And
that
it's-
particular juice at least.
And I think that given the things that we have at roughly $300, Golden Serenade being an option, Initio being an option, same price as the new Parfum Cologne from RaJuR, I think that the Artistia collection hasn't beat
What's the name of this collection?
Artistia.
Artistia.
So that's from Homer and the Iliad, and the Artistia is the warrior's features, the parts of the warrior, I forget the word exactly, but the things about the warrior that make them like a good person, a good warrior.
Okay.
Right, each one represents different warriors in history. Sarmat is at the end of the Roman Empire, they were the cavalry. Their horses wore gold, right? And it's very gold, very ornate, leather, smoke, that type of thing. Out of the line, you tend to get a lot of a lot of leathers, a lot of smokes, 'cause it's warrior.
Oh, so that's the whole
But
kind
like,
of
yeah,
concept
they're
of wine.
all different warriors. So Sinbad is very clearly Sinbad. So it's an ambergris, salty water note. Gajamata, plum, rose, patchouli. Like,
Plum rose.
I
and
don't, CJ, I really appreciate that, and that's why I keep checking my phone. I don't like to memorize any of this. I just sniff and read the stories, and you know, I'm just like you guys, except that I only do this. So I tell the story, I read the story a little more. But thank you, I really appreciate that. I feel like maybe the proper response is that I feel like I know nothing all the time. So I'm constantly reading this stuff.
So, is B Cafe, was that inspired by Bob Dylan, something?
So, but B Cafe is inspired by Bob Dylan's like the beatnik movement. So it's called Cafe, B Cafe because beatniks, and Cafe because they would meet at coffee shops, and it would be about that kind of thing.
Yeah, the cafe.
Does it have patchouli in it? Do you know? Can you check for me?
Yeah, I'm looking right now. It's,
Because I feel like that would,
so it has,
thank you, Lavon.
coriander, black pepper, cognac,
Cognac,
lavender, tobacco, base notes, vetiver, cedar, and benzoin. So no.
vetiver, cedar, and benzoin. So there's no patchouli. I feel like that one's missing patchouli. It's for the story.
Everyone's saying in the comments that it's like a skin scent.
Yeah, right. That's
Which
so
one?
odd.
Yeah.
Huh?
Skin scent. Yeah, right.
Yeah, and then someone else said it reminded them of the original Gucci for home.
Okay. Gucci 1. So Gucci 1, M7. These are the original Tom Fords.
Right.
The first stuff he directed. Yeah, sort of. The comments are wrong. The comments are
Yeah, of course.
that was wrong.
These are just opinions, but.
Well, you know what they say about opinions.
Yeah, that's right. We all need them.
What? No.
We all need more things.
Longevity and longevity and sillage is good. It was very cold outside, but I could feel it.
What is it?
Yeah.
I'm still obsessed with B. Wait, where did I put the...
I don't know. I thought you took it to take a picture across the street and then it
Oh,
disappeared.
no. Where's my clunk of wood? That's gotta be the
Oh, it's right here. All right, now.
Alright, so it's right there. You mentioned that chunk of wood, and we find the perfume.
Yep. So we don't need this piece then, the ripped off top piece, no?
No, we can go. We started doing candles again. This is new. I can't even describe this very well. It smells like the suede that was used in Ganymede. So the number 6 from Marc Antoine is this candle. It really, I remember it filling up the office when I visited him, and I needed the candle for our shop. So I want you guys to know that we have that. And we also have this new candle company, Nomad. Where Nomad is Dreamer. This company is about storytellers. It's all about storytelling. Perfumes tell story, at least the good ones tell stories. And we have 5 from his line. Each one is about different storytellers throughout history. That one's London, but the one I want to talk to you about is this guy, Visionary. I haven't put these on the site yet. Shahan Shah. This one's about Isfahan, in like Iran, where Iran is right now. And in this case,
Oh, yeah, the bottle and everything.
it's crowned by history as Shahanshah, or the King of Kings. He forged an empire through diplomacy, tolerance, and the offerings of freedom to all its inhabitants. That's a story I really can get behind. I really, really like that. Saffron, bergamot, rose, cedarwood, gaiac wood, musk, vetiver, and incense. And that's in this candle here. That's a good room scent. Solid, bright, woody fragrance for the room.
We know.
I told him I can't get on the train, so I'll be here for a while.
You might be here longer than me.
Yeah.
I'm thinking about going home.
Oh, okay, well, go ahead.
But I'm not.
We won't be here longer than 7.
Well, that's all right. That's all right. Because actually, they got, because of the Eagles, I mean, not the Eagles game, because of the
Army
Army
Navy.
Navy game gonna be over.
And I got,
before they're out.
and
I
I
know,
got,
no, we're running like extra service because we need more people. We running like 10 trains a day.
the L or the Broad Street line though.
Broad Street line.
Yeah, see,
So they need people to help take off those extra trains. So I said, well,
Yeah.
I'll stick around, maybe I'll stick around and get there 7 to 11.
Yeah.
If I buy something, because that way it will pay for the bottle.
There you go. Let's pay for that bottle.
So you're gonna go to work after here?
I might, that's what I'm saying. Once I leave here, I'll go and check and see anybody working 7 to 11, pull off the trippers. If she said, no, so watch
might as
that.
well if you're here.
Yeah, but then if I get something to drink, I can't.
What do you think of this?
No,
Can't.
definitely not.
I don't think anything.
You don't think? You don't
Oh,
smell-
yeah, but now I smell something. First thing I smell, I smell booty. No, it smells animal. Really
You
animal.
get animalic. That's probably the wick, actually.
Really?
I get suede.
No, I'm getting like a musky funk.
Okay, well.
I'm getting a funky musk thing going on. Like
Okay.
you're playing ball all day and
I don't want my house to smell like that. That smells like suede to me, but I
So
don't.
we got some fresh testers.
It's got a different nose.
Fresh testers and not
I don't
tomato.
know why.
You like the funky stuff, but
Because it's like pheromonic. Women kind of, like I can burn this in my bedroom.
smelling clean does one thing. You want to be dirty clean. You want to smell clean, but there's
Right.
some dirt to that.
That's right, that's
And
right.
that's going to be more attractive.
Absolutely.
I don't like that super clean thing. It's something wrong about it. It's like, it smells sterile.
Right, right.
Whereas what he's sniffing right now, Baranda, that's a little dirty.
This is a brand new tester, fresh. So I wanna.
Oh, Barry, I'm
Trying
trying
to
to
compare
In
them?
fact, I try not to spray that because I can't buy that again.
Yeah.
I mean, I spray it like, that's it.
So now this one doesn't seem as boozy as
The
the other
candles
one.
are 65.
Right.
Here's a new
Smell this.
bottle of Shade
Oh,
Blue.
Barry, man.
Yeah, we're
It
talking to
It
Shade
smells
Blue,
more
actually.
woody and not as boozy. I
You
don't.
think
This
so?
is fresh,
Well,
brand
it
new.
smells boozy to me all the
Right?
time.
I mean, it's boozy, but not as, you know?
They smell, I think this is boozier.
Do you? Okay.
The oak is a little stronger off the
Yeah, yeah. It's like more woody at the top.
I still
good-
smell
still good,
Secretions Magnifique.
though. You got
That's the only one in the shop that's gonna disappoint me right now.
Well, might not. Yeah.
Where I smell it in the background, I was like, I don't want that to interrupt my day.
No.
We got Secretions Magnifique specifically because of the humor of it, and having it stored here in Old City, it just felt right, and it felt right to have it and wrong to not have it. Yeah, I love this guy.
You still didn't get the other ones yet, whatever it is. 2 other ones, right?
No, they should be here in about a week. They're still on the ship.
Oh, okay.
They sent out in October.
Pony Express.
Yeah, it's
Your point.
Pony Express, but it takes, it takes 45 days. No, it's 45 days from China. I'll get back to you. I don't know what method of shipping it is. It showed up in October in a couple of places. Yes.
So,
Here, these little tubes are going out, right?
Yeah, do it later. We're on camera.
yeah.
How about this?
You're on camera. They can't do any work when they're on camera.
Sure. Happily.
And if you're in the area, come on through, because we can really get drunk. No, they don't drink.
We don't drink? I drink pretty hard, dude.
We-
I party pretty hard.
Speaking of which, so where is the thingy at? Where's the C-Square around here. There's gotta be a C-Square around here.
There's a Second Street and Market, so you go that way around the corner.
I figured that had to be one.
It's pretty nice in there too, because it's
Yeah.
Old City. And then there's like a beer shop over on Arch.
No, grab me a bottle of wine on here. You know, I might just want to do it. Come on down, I try, man. What you doing? Come on, Lil.
Where are you guys going?
I don't know where Lil live at. He's all over there. I think he live up, actually where I need to live at. It's a little bit further up the road. He be on a day trying to get down here. Alright, so,
So,
I don't know. I can change my mind. I mean, I do want to marinate ones, but then I'm like, I'm just going to stuff now.
well, you'll have it with the first round of reviewers, right?
Yeah, but I've already read
But if you already sampled, or I'll send you home with a sample at the very least.
it. Yeah. What?
You know how I feel about this. Only get what you want.
Yeah, definitely.
I don't want to hear about it sitting there and just looking at you.
No, we're not gonna do that.
Oud scents. Lavelle was saying at 11th and Chestnut. There's one closer at 2nd and Market.
Oh yeah, I'm not gonna read that. Just
So let's just like
Second
grab a couple of ouds off the bat. You know, just show a couple of ouds.
Yeah, I'm gonna go around the corner and get a bottle of wine. And if I call and say, well, we don't need you, then I'm just going home. Intoxicated. I'll be right back.
Somebody said oud scents.
I'm going to the wine store. You got any glasses here?
Do you want your phone?
You do?
Take your show. No? He's leaving you with us.
Yeah, you do, yeah.
So, just
What's in this
literally what fits in my hands. What?
this box here?
That's for me. That's my wife bought that for me to carry home. I don't do what your wives say. I don't want to, but I will. Get that Sinbad. Hey, Justin. Sinbad. I was just thinking about you, Justin. Yeah, Sinbad's excellent. That's salt water and ambergris. This came out right before Squid, and I really like that a lot. Put these things back. Yeah, so Sinbad is like, the way I think about this and what I remember it is like, again, going with that warrior, so you get a little bit of that smoke, you know, with cannons and stuff. And yeah, Christian, you should definitely check this line out. I don't know who has it close to you, but here we're the only ones to have it. There's only, I think, 10 stores in America right now with it, at best, maybe 5, because they're not widely distributed on purpose. I asked them about that, and it's really about the exclusivity, but more than the exclusivity, it's about driving service. And what it does is it forces the retailer, us, to provide the service when you buy it. So the result is you don't just buy it clicking around and it ends up at your doorstep. You are told what it is. You're, given a idea not just of the fragrance itself, but what else might be interesting to you. And they match Talismania quite well, and I think that's a little bit on purpose. The other thing is that I do find that there is a little bit of overlap. Delphine Terry is the perfumer. Exclusivity really it gives us a lot more purpose, and that's something that they were going for, but not just for exclusivity's sake. I think it's really more about making the customer experience high quality store, the retail experience, because just taking, we'll say Amazon, for example. Amazon's always the big player. Blue Buns should not be available on Amazon. And I have an agreement in place with them not to do it, and if they do, it's through them. The idea is that it's more than just a box on your doorstep. I'll show you also the packaging, because nobody talks about the packaging for this stuff. And it's just really crazy cool. The only thing I've seen similar packaging for this is I would say like RaJuR, or I don't think that RaJuR is their packaging is not as good as this. I think that Milano's 100 ml bottles is as good. So that's kind of what we're talking about in terms of quality. Lubin, Artistia. I'm gonna show you the packaging, what it looks like. So this is what it looks good, right? This velvet red inside. So the semi-bespoke is really good. The thing about RaJuR is that I feel very close to, it's sort of similar in a way to Bodicea, which they're all impressive. They're all very, very great presentation, but this is like, velvet box, really, really pretty stuff. And it's not, I'm not trying to knock them down. I'm saying that that's how good this is. For example, like Juice Box. Juice Box has an amazing presentation. We've seen it a million times. I'll go grab a box in a second. But this is 3 levels above that. So let me grab a Juice Box presentation and kind of share that too. Yeah, they left them all here. So let's talk presentation for a second. This is an empty squid box, right? And squid, Christian, I would really appreciate that. Thank you very much. So squid is a really gorgeous box here. It's got the reflective back, the description in the story over in the inside flap, and magnetic. It's a magnetic close, right? I think that the magnets are a nice touch. Juice Box also has that magnetic touch, right? They both have this foam insert. This one has a double foam insert, which is water jet cut. In this case, this comes out separately. It's literally the same thing. The story and all the notes separately. Both are stunning presentations. Really, really well done. Juice Box one because they have 78 milliliters and the record label top, right? This vinyl top. I really, really love the vinyl top as much with like the little button that matches. We're talking about no rules here. This is yellow. It's all yellow, or glows in the dark white, whatever color you call that. The frosted sides. I love that. I like consistency, and apparently so does Fifi. So they won an award there. With presentation. I'm always, what kind of presentation do you guys like? I know that like the big players we just mentioned, we talked about, right? So I also think that Joseph Cortana, as far as his box goes, this is something stunning, right? I like it a lot. It's very colorful. Of course, if we're talking about somebody like big beard business, this stuff gets crushed in the end. I always ask my customer, like, does the presentation actually make much of a difference to you? Sorry, I forgot what kind of foam that was. I was just touching it and I forgot. You know, as a business owner, I always analyze all the presentation. How's it compare? Or like, you know, if we're talking about an artisan, Andy Tower, and his presentation, keep in mind that Andy Tower does all the work by himself. So design this whole thing. This is one person doing it, right down to the wrapping, from plastic wrapping to putting dozens of these in a box, shipping them overseas, creating the juice, of course, and the label and all that stuff. Let me move you guys up. That was an awkward angle. Now you're not blinded. Fantastic. So those are factors that we look at, and you know, on the other end, you get this guy in a book, just talking about presentation, who does what. I think that the book is cool, but kind of cheesy. I like the cheese. You know, Philly is a cheese whiz kind of place, so. I like the cutout. It's in more languages than it used to be. But it is really heavy. Do I have an experiments testers? I'm not sure what you're asking. Oops. Have experiments tester? I don't know that I do. Nothing is coming to mind, so I don't know what you're talking about. Oh, no. Yeah, I do. I'll be right back. So what Charles is asking about is experimentum crucus. Yeah, all right. It does it to me all the time. What we're waiting for is the next two in this line. They were Selfridge's exclusives. And right now I expect to see them in about this week, next week, before Christmas, I'm hoping, right? Like, I don't know. They told me that it'll be arriving any day, 2 weeks, you know, something like that. So 2 weeks ago they said it'll be another week or two. So I'll let you guys know. This one, the line is rose focused, and now somebody that watches this show says it smells a little dirty, a little body odor like, and I get it. That's the cumin note. But that is kind of that the direction they go is kind of something obscure, twisted, and Charles, you're exactly right. It is fantastic. You know, it's definitely a rose unlike one that I've smelled before. That spice, rose, the musk. I'm out of space. So, give that a moment to open up. So it's unlike a rose. I'm a big fan of roses, so whenever I get something new like this, it's interesting to smell it play out. And we've had this for at least 6 months. Thank you. I find Raj quite entertaining. So that's a big compliment. People keep telling us to do our own show. I'm actually really uncomfortable in front of a camera, so I'm thinking about it still. Yeah, and I would put the experimentum crucus like right there with thank you very much, Christian. I appreciate it. Thank you for joining us. Yeah, so I'm a huge fan of roses, and we've smelled spicy roses a million times, and I've smelled roses and musk a million times, but you know, and Eldo doesn't exactly push the same boundaries that they used to. I think that they're a little bit more tame. So when when Paul actually came in and he was like, that cumin note, he told me to focus on it, and that's when I kind of changed my perspective, like this is different. Now the rose is coming out, it's burned off a little spice. And rose and musk are the ones that I'm noticing more, that my nose is a little more attracted to it, a little more absorbed. It's gorgeous. I really can't wait to have the other ones. Specifically also because I like the concept of experimentum crucis. If you don't know, it is a crucial experiment in science when you're testing a new hypothesis. So it's really all about that. And the other one I'm really waiting for is the Spice Must Flow, a spice and rose fragrance again, and the difference is that one's really about dune, glowing blue eyes and stuff. So I'm really excited to have that because of dune, not even as much the perfume. So that's pretty exciting as well, is that these guys are all connected for different reasons. Put these guys away. Do you guys have any questions, anything I should focus on? I don't know, Raj has left, the host of the show is out. Going to get some wine. Are you guys excited to sniff anything specific anytime soon? Is there anything on your mind? Because I could share what we've got here. I don't want to just kind of pick and choose stuff by myself. Yeah, I don't know. Raj is like 5 minutes away. Maybe let's talk about black powder for a second, because that's a really underrated fragrance. Black powder. I am a huge fan of this pepper open. There's a few peppery fragrances that we've got here. Black powder, Berlin. Our own Clutch has a black powder open. And I'm missing something really important. Telegramma. Telegramma opens with black powder. So those are all kind of black powdery opens, and I can't get enough of them. Berlin was the first one we had, and it kind of was a bit abrasive to me. It's pepper, so it really does come off as gritty. It smells like kind of sandpaper in a bit to my nose, and it took a while for me to adjust my taste and get used to it. And then that herbal powder, black pepper note really worked for me, and now I'm just like sniffing them all the time. I don't think it was a seasonal thing. I think that was me getting used to the fragrance, because that's been now 2.5 years. I think roughly 2.5 years since we brought in Gallivant there, and it's really grown on me. So Berlin is fantastic, black powder is fantastic, and Telegramma is a really great addition to that list. And people talk about Grange, and Clutch. Happy about that. Yeah. Why don't we do... Let's talk about Romanzo. Sorry, I talk about Romanzo a lot. This is Love Kills. Right? So Love Kills. This is a really, Corrigan? Yes, sir. We do. Great woody berry smell. This concept of the Armorican woods, it's a French wood, and what they, gnomes living in the woods is kind of what the mystery, the story is about, the legend. And so the idea is a lot of berries in the woods. It is a woody, earthy fragrance. Interested. I don't have it. I'm sure I can get it if I can grab it. Anything you want is very doable. Almost everything. And Corrigan and Rada is doable. But I did grab this Love Kills. If you ask me about roses in the shop, this is one I'm going to grab because it's a dewy open and a dry finish, right? It is a rose patchouli, which we've got a lot, and yet this one's the one that I gravitate to the most. And I think that it isn't just the story; it's actually the full experience of the rose from when it like bursts into life and opens up and it's like fresh, like beginning of the day, core rosebud. And then it has the leaves, it's there, the rose petals, but the rosebud's very pure. Another good rosebud is this guy, Grisette, right? This is a lot lighter, this is dense. But this is the one I gravitate towards, and this is one I would want on my wife. And it dries down into this like just falls apart rose. I don't know how else to really describe it. It's just like disappears if you play with it too much. And so Love Kills with the way that the story of just the rose plays out. Like Romeo and Juliet, we've got all over the place. That's this, but the way that the rose actually develops is where the details come out. Yeah. I mean, it's just like we're talking about multiple roses we've already gotten in our hands, and looking at this, I also talked about Jardin Rouge and Kazimi. These are all fragrances that I've been working with today, and Love Kills is still the one that I gravitate to the most, the quickest. I decided when we moved into the new shop to be more expressive about my favorite things, with that little asterisk of I don't want to decide for you because my chemistry is different than your chemistry. So Chris, the new Telegramma, going into what I just said, right? I don't want to make the decision for you. I think the Telegramma matches the line perfectly. It's been here for 48 hours, and I have no doubt that it's going to sell out very fast. Again, black pepper open with this lavender powdery clean linen dry down. I wore it. I actually didn't buy. It's one of the few fragrances I bought without smelling ahead of time. Almost everything else, even from the brands, the major brands that I know I'm going to sell, I request a sample ahead of time because I don't like blind buying. And when I put it on, it was like, this is a huge open. The pepper was big, and as it developed, I'm like, this is a real rock star. That abrasive pepper. Again, I love that pepper note. I love, and I 5 minutes ago I talked about the different things I like with pepper in it. But Telegramma, grab it. So Telegramma, I spent now 2 days with it, and it's really special. Roger's saying he's the teak where he picks up woods. I get it. I smell it there. I also, the amorous, I know it's there. I smell it, but my nose is focused very much on the black pepper at the open, and the vanilla is the longest lasting note here. The fresh linen note is an accord. You could pretty much say that about a lot of things. He's back. So how do I feel about this? I think that if you're a fan of Josh Meyer at all, this This is gonna be the thing that you wear this winter. Because this is what you're gonna wear if you like Josh Meyer's work. What are you sniffing? What was that?
Josh Meyer.
Josh Meyer, that's Telegrama. So,
Yeah, I need a cup, baby. Hey,
you're sharing? Is this what we're doing now?
I am. Like Cabernet.
I do like Cabernet.
Yeah, I'll take the nice one out. It's called Carnivore.
It's called Carnivore. It sounds like we're having some wine.
Oh, wow, that's old.
I don't.
They go way back.
Brian just brought Violet disguised up from the basement. I don't know why, but I'm fine with it.
Oh, that's great. It's discontinued, right?
Yeah, it's discontinued. He's not doing it. He had to make room. The line's getting big.
That thing was real light. It was somebody that was kind of light for me.
So Violet is a tough note for me. And actually I told you about this. There's a Violet coming out for Olfactive Studio. I'm obsessed with it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I've been waiting for Violet to work with me. And Violet shot is to die for. You need cups?
I got
Yeah, okay. I think the wine open up.
We've got
it.
that.
It almost smells like iris.
Yeah, we are.
We have a
Oh, it's chapstick.
It does smell like chapstick.
Or lipstick.
Alright, so there's my bad one.
Okay.
Where's the meat on the car?
Right from your face. Well, what do you mean? The bottles? Huh?
You sprayed it already?
No. There's no tester.
Oh, what?
Oh, wait, yeah, there is. Here there is.
What are we talking about? Oh, yeah, we do. I'm bringing the show back there.
Yeah, there's somebody who's
Thank you. Thanks, Charles. Thanks, Chris. Bringing the show back to the back of the shop because we're breaking out some wine, it seems. And I'll hint towards what I'm doing back here.
Every time I straighten.
Every time Brian's the cleanest one out of all of us. And every time he straightens something up, there goes me making a mess out of things.
Yeah, somebody comes back in and does that.
So let's show you what we've got going on, what this looks like. Yeah, we keep lists in stock all the time. We've got a few right now. So
Hey, you want a drink?
this room, we've got a sofa. We've got some stuff, and then we have a bunch of inventory here. This is our shaving and grooming stuff. Oh, sorry. And you could tell this is really quite unfinished. Like this wall. See, you see these two walls? They're the same color. Drives me nuts. So what I'm thinking is, first off, the lights. But we're also going to be doing something that Raj doesn't know this or anything, but we're going to be working with some perfumers about what I envision for this back room. Save it for later, Brian.
I have a vision for the back room.
What are you thinking?
More alcohol.
More booze.
I know. I was just taking it out from back there, so I
Okay,
figured
all
I'd
right.
just.
You may as well brush along the way.
Yep.
You're not wrong. You all right? That's a kind of shitty
Yeah, I know. But
bottle opener.
yeah, we're gonna make
Put
it
that.
work. Hey, more guys, more lights. Okay,
Yeah, people have been enjoying it.
good.
My very not majestic look back here.
Yes, sir. You see it? Well, this is work. This is where you work at. This is where the work
Well,
is
this
now.
this is where I fill bottles.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and it is not a romantic look right now.
Well, you could
You would be
partition it.
I could do a better job, right? And I could put something up to
Yeah,
close it off.
partition it. Yeah.
I don't
partition.
really know if I want to do that, but I'm thinking about how and what.
Right. Oh, it's dark. That's some pretty dark cab there. Obviously, I'm not gonna be working overtime tonight, so.
It sounds like you're not.
Nah. Once I got out there and I start walking amongst the
It's,
people, and they having fun, everybody festive out there, like,
You want to be festive too.
yeah. If I'm working overtime, maybe I'll stay tomorrow or something. This will be oak barrel or something. Have something for that.
No, I'm good. I don't like
What are the chances there's a Michael watching that show? Thank you, Michael. We appreciate that.
Okay, order some.
We got an order from Michael, yeah.
All right, Michael, thank you.
Right on. Now, well, I'm going back out here to finish, so I know these guys ready to go home, but I'm
Yeah,
gonna
we
make
got
them stay
another
at
hour.
least 6:30.
Yeah, it's only 6.
Okay, I want to make sure. How do you catch the train?
Alright.
We catch the train.
Right on second. Second, I hop on the L to 69th and then high speed line.
Oh, you 6-9. Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah. That's the quickest way. The other way would just be take the L to like, what, 15 and hop on the Norristown line or whatever.
What else can we talk about?
Let me get North down 6-9.
No, the regional rail.
Oh, you the rail. Yeah.
From 15th, right?
Another thing we've got new. This is new to the new shop. Name magazine.
So the
This is a really good magazine about perfume. If you have any interest in fragrances,
I gotta make it to.
I would check that out. It's very, very interesting. It's semi-annual, so there's 2 magazines a year, and that's very, very informative. It is what you would want to read if you want to get to know fragrances, if you want to know our industry. All right, let's take you guys out of this room. I don't like it.
You left him back here.
I left them back here. Are you leaving? No, you're just cold.
Taking them boxes out.
I
Okay.
need to smell the stuff. I need to smell the across the street, around the corner, whatever it is.
Okay, so let's do that. So let's put this back over here. Raj wants to smell Meet Me on the Corner.
Yeah, put it on the corner. I gotta put it on my nose here.
Yes. Just kidding, we smell that. What are you talking about?
We did smell it. Yeah, okay. I thought it was something else. Okay, yeah, we did smell it. Okay.
Yeah, just
Right.
a second. So what else did you not smell in the shop? There's that.
I smelled everything that I want to smell.
You did. Yeah, I think we're out of the new things.
I did like this Ikihana. I just always like it so green and refreshing in it. And something else. It's not just green and refreshing. There's something else in here.
I need to pull it up.
Yeah, it's green and I know there's one that I like. I know when we get the cooler, the pig and the pineapple.
That's Agola, yeah.
Yeah, that's
Everybody talks about that.
that's a young lady. Did she buy anything today, by the way?
Cheryl did code home with 3 fragrances.
She won how many?
3. She did not.
Oh, did she? Okay.
So she got Telegrama,
She did? Okay.
Captured by Candlelight, which she's been for months.
Mm-hmm.
And Chameleon.
Oh, really? Really? Well, she's going zoologist right now.
She came here with the intent for Chameleon,
Okay.
right?
Gotcha.
Never mind that, I need to send Victor another email.
Yeah, what's the Ikihana? I like it. I like Ikihana for some reason. I'm trying to find something different, but I want something the same, but I want something different. Ikihana, this is kind of like, yeah, I mean. Well, I never smelled this Ormond Jane Preve. What is that? What's that about? Ormond Jane Preve. I've never smelled this. Let's sniff it. Everybody good tonight? Y'all chilling? Man, this is what I'm talking about. Getting out. I had the whole store to myself, man. I can take my time.
Seriously, you have the whole place, it's yours.
Oh, mine. Mine. I said mine.
Ikana is like, or sorry, Privé is like, I feel like it's all the notes. Like everything else, Ormond Jane's got a lot of notes going on. But it has juniper berry, rose,
Smell that.
a
Smell
little
that.
bit of it's bright yet also has that tonka mossy base, right? So
Not bad. I like this.
yes, and orange and basmati rice, which is very interesting. Musk, sandalwood. Is that sandalwood? Sandalwood. Vanilla.
You know, everything I like. I like sandalwood. I like vanilla. Those are my notes.
Yeah, I mean, it's meant to be be a representation of the line, right? And it does that. And something I talked about, I think with you, I don't remember if you were in the room, all of this kind of overlaps, yeah, that was with you.
Right, what you're saying, yeah.
And this is like meant to be the center, the core of Ormanje.
So in other words, okay, so let's just say source.
So no, not exactly.
Not like that.
So
Not
source
like that.
is in all the others.
Source is in all of right,
Yes.
right.
Whereas privé is
It's
meant to
like
be
combo.
like, you know, if we wanted a representation of us as Ormanje, it's in privé right here, right? That's what they wanted.
Well, I like the way I like that. I like take that out.
Yeah, I like
Cool.
that was a good move putting it.
Thank you very
because it's always mirrored.
Yeah, right, correctly, right? That's pretty cool.
Blurry on our side. I think
Now,
that is-
now, does that come in at 50 or is 120? Or
No, it's
60?
both. It's both.
Really?
This is 50 and 120.
I don't know why I thought it would be half, 60 and 120. Okay, it's 50 and 120.
I'm not gonna play with that.
Yeah, that's fine. Let's make sure, let's see how much battery we have though, because this thing sucks up batteries.
Yeah, it does.
Well, 48, no, we good, we
Well,
good.
you know what we could do? I got an idea.
Okay. We answered about this.
Oh yeah, I answered that. We've got plenty of Bliss in stock. Bliss, our perfume should always be in stock, but especially Bliss.
Did you?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
yeah, nice and tall. Okay.
Yeah. All right.
What did you get with Ikihama?
Oh, I didn't even finish looking that one up.
Well, they want to get a Dodge. You know, I'm trying to put something different in the cage.
Well, that'll be different.
You know, I'm either trying to put 2s in the cage. Like that, I have 4 initials.
The reason I have to look this up right now is because my brain is turning to mush.
Good.
I'm usually pretty decent with this.
Now, I just gotta get this so I have 4 anti-towers and it'll look good. I'm buying
You
some.
only have 3.
Only have 3. And I have a little teeny
The one that you want is all clear, right?
Right, that's all I want. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah.
Let me ask you something.
Mm-hmm.
You said you're sharing? Or do I have to get my own bottle of wine? We're sharing 2 bottles of wine?
We're sharing on one that I like.
All right.
Yeah. Yes, sir. Oh, yeah.
Because otherwise I'm gonna need my own bottle of wine.
Oh, no. I'm not gonna drink that.
My bottle's bigger.
Is it really? Oh, I'm sure.
It'd be a long night for us.
I'm not going back to work now. It's too late. I'm drinking now. I could not pass the P test. As soon as I get there, you want to help out? Yeah, help out. Next thing you know,
Next thing you know.
come to the office.
Yeah. Excuse us over here.
Mm-hmm. Well, see, I know I've been in like
So-
31 years now. So
This is the Florida Keys, right? This is each is Source Adage. This brand is about a different place in America where the name is from the native name for that place, right? And so they derive everything is about the source of what that is.
Gotcha.
In this case, it's very citrusy.
very. But for some reason, there's something else in it. Come on, there's something else in there. There's some.
Zesty grapefruit rind, lime,
Mm-hmm.
pink peppercorn, cardamom, coconut, and pale musk.
It's the coconut that I like.
Coconut. That's what's going on.
This smells good.
The coconut always is what throws me through it because, like, I get the citrus, I get the musk. This is a musky fragrance, right? But the coconut is what is always what throws me off.
It's gonna last
And
longer
I always
because of the
forget
musk?
it. Yeah, it's pretty solid fragrance. The only disadvantage this company has, it's definitely not the juice, it's the presentation, it's the packaging.
Yes.
Right, we have something like 5 brands in here where because they're such a small brand, everything is about kind of micro packaging stuff. So, you know, this is an example of that. And we're bringing in more brands like that. There's a brand where the distributor took out like four of their testers. These are on the table and they show it to us. Each label is crooked.
Oh, really?
Right? They're like, yeah, because they were
Intentionally?
Like, yeah, no.
It
It's
just
just this is the perfumer is just tired at the end of the day and you can't put them on right.
Yeah, right.
You know, it's like, I'm not gonna tell you who that is, but I was very amused when I found this out.
Right,
It's like really, because that's the type of stuff that drives me nuts. Like
I've never been near yet.
Oh, you know it, drive me.
I would throw the bottle away. I can't deal.
Yeah, you
This
can
is
do
why
it.
I hate stickers.
Right.
Eating bottle.
I would
Ate
pull
and
it
Bob.
off before I would do
This
that.
fragrance, we received samples of this, or testers of this, and the labels were like,
Okay, yeah.
like 1 millimeter off. And
Right.
I'm on the phone with the distributor, like, what did you give me the scraps? Like, what happened? Were these defective? What was your choice? They're like, everything's done by hand. Everything, your industry is done by hand. You
Right.
need to accept that things are crooked.
That's crazy. That's crazy. Done by hand.
No, I don't know.
This is a 50 mil. That's a smaller 50 mil. See my.
That's a 50 mil.
They're probably not done by hand anymore.
Oh, yeah, they're definitely done.
Okay.
8 mil? I don't know what to say. I don't know. You think they're that big? I don't know.
Hang around, man. We're having a good time because tonight.
What's the museum?
They sold out in the country.
Yeah, what's the museum? What's the museum? You know, is it just called the Young Museum or something?
Can I claim this being my feature night? Yes. This is Raj feature night here. My event started at what time did I get here? The event started at 4:30 and I'm still here. So
Raj, if you wanted to do a night a month where we just drink wine and try perfume, that would be a really easy decision.
that would be hot. I think we like that.
I'm thinking about doing that anyway, so you should just do that.
Yeah, let's make it happen. Let's make it happen.
What do you guys think? A night, just perfume and wine, just drink and chat fragrances.
Once a month?
And you know, I thought about having doing a wine and cheese and perfume event.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, all kinds of ways to enhance the experience.
Absolutely. I know a lot of winos
Me too.
that might come down here just to drink and not buy, but then after they get the sniff, they're like, you know what, I think
One
I
bottle
like that.
minimum. One bottle minimum.
Yeah, right,
It's
exactly.
a lot different. It's a 2-drink minimum. It's a lot cheaper.
Two drinks, exactly.
It's a lot cheaper. You could get obliterated. I don't mind.
Oh man, this preview is nice,
Well,
man.
you
This
can do that.
display is driving me
You
crazy.
found it?
It's called the 6th Floor Museum and Ely Plaza.
Yeah, I would have.
Downtown Dallas.
Dallas makes sense. They're terrible, but makes sense.
Nia allows me to redecorate sometimes.
I redecorate when he leaves.
He puts it back after.
No, I don't.
So-
I don't always,
Yeah.
but sometimes it depends on the brand.
Yeah, yeah.
I like that you're doing it for these guys. I like that you did it for, all of that side. That was all nice.
Yeah, I like this.
Zoologist is still the way you set it up a week ago.
Oh yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, it is. Yeah, sure. It's okay. Okay, cool.
I'll probably move a couple of those and keep them the same.
Yeah, I'll mess around with those. Yeah, that was just.
Yeah, I just need.
I wasn't even drinking when I did that.
You're not even that much drinking now. You're 3 ounces deep.
But I'm ready. We ready to fill that up.
I wasn't.
But if
even
we
drinking.
took
It's like
this and
having
moved this
this much.
syrup just a little bit more, so we can.
So that's a really
Put all
good
this
question.
in
I'm
front of
trying to
everything.
figure out how to do that. This used to be right on the seam.
Right.
That seam bothers me, but that's not going anywhere.
Then you had the 3 in front of it.
Is there something going on here?
What's going on?
Didn't get the invite.
Oh, you always get the invite,
Ask
bro.
Near when the next sale is. No next sale. That doesn't happen.
What's SEC?
That's it.
Are you talking about football? Because I don't know much about college football. I'll tell you what, let me get another glass and I might know what you're talking
The
about.
bliss is all notices.
I mean,
So let's answer the question from 615. Do we do an IA sample pack? We do. It is packaged from the brand, the short story collection. And
You can just peel the tape off. I did it earlier. Like here.
I don't want to do that.
It's fine. Oh.
Nope. That tape is staying right where it is.
Well, you used to be able to. show
You used to be able to open it up and show it, and now the packaging is different. So let's compare them. Speak of the devil. So there's also the Sava trilogy. This is Memoirs of a Trespasser, Cape Heartache, and Oh Unknown. They're all kind of creamy fragrances in my opinion. Cape Heartache is the woody one, Oh Unknown, Iris. Memoirs is the vanilla. Now, obviously that's oversimplification, like serious oversimplification. 3-pack, travel sizes, for $95. That way you get to try different fragrances. But this one is a 10-pack. I don't even 10 pack, and this is their best-selling 10, and I'm a huge fan of this because this is a way to sample the line and get it to know it. You can do that now with the short story collection. If you reach out, if we don't have it for whatever reason on the site, please tell us, and we'll take care of you so that this is in your pocket. And so the question is, what's on sale? There's really just a sale of the same stuff for Black Friday, and it's pretty limited at this stage because most of the stuff was picked up. And so the answer is nothing really. I am trying to come up with, you're welcome, Mr. Sharp. I'm trying to come up with what I want to do. And I am not sure. I let the whole week pass without doing a sale. So that means I'm kind of on a deadline. I need to announce and do something soon. And it might be an in-store only, but it might be an online only, which doesn't make sense. If it's online, it's in-store. It's probably going to be a pretty solid gift with purchase, something I haven't done before, which means you have to want the gift with that bottle. So I'll figure that out, and I'll let Raj know first. Give me 48 hours, give me till Monday. Sometime Monday, we'll have an announcement. Raj, I'll have an announcement on Monday or tomorrow. I'm going to tell you before others, okay?
Okay.
So we're just going to...
Long as
The same story as last week, where they're asking me about a sale, and I just don't have an answer, and I just haven't known what I wanted to do.
You have to be a weekend for me, you know. How to get off the floor.
No, you could just do a message, just do a text like this is what it is. I might know what I want to do.
I get off 7 hours a week, so I can't do anything for the week.
Let me come back to it. Don't get a ticket.
Yeah.
We is reminding you not to get a ticket.
Man. That's something else.
Set your alarms.
Yeah, I mean, it's, we've got a lot of stuff. Yeah, dude, the B is really spectacular. Kevin just mentioned that he picked up a sample, and I threw him some extra stuff. Typically, if you order at least 2 samples, we'll say it that way, I like to load you up. The more you buy, the more flexibility I have to throw in more stuff. So, for example, when you order one sample, it's pretty much break even. And yeah, we come on over, or talk to me or whatever, we'll figure that out. But basically, if you buy a few samples, you're going to end up a whole kind of random set of stuff that we think you should try. It seems random because you may not have ever heard of it. Okay, Fine Fragrances, a lot of people are like, we'll get an email response like, what is this vanilla bourbon? I never heard of this, I need to have it. How'd you decide to put that in our sample pack? Dude, seriously, right, Charles? So the question is, if you pick out like a few samples, so we got a sample pack of 3-4 fragrances, we're probably gonna make it a total of 5-6 fragrances in the sample pack. That's because the first one we break even on, and then everyone after that is a lot easier, a lot more flexibility, right? Because we make them out of our testers. We asked how much is, whatever, I know what he asked. Okay, Fine Fragrances, the 1 ounce is $90, and the 1.8 ounce, kind of a 1.8-ish, could be a little more, I'm not really clear. Because they're 60 ml bottles, but they come out, they mark it 1.8. So it's $90 or $165. So that is really good deal when you consider the brilliance behind it of the people who made it. But look, when we made Grange, I told at that point, I was like, I want to sit inside an oak barrel. We made clutch. I said I want to sit inside an oak barrel. It turns out that for clutch it didn't really fit, but it worked anyway as a fragrance. And here's these guys, okay, fine fragrances. Put it in an oak barrel, let it age there. And I'm like, what a work of genius! Why didn't I do that? And it really comes off. And in my opinion, the sandalwood, the patchouli, and especially the vanilla are the die-hard quality fragrances. So let's remind you.
As soon as you do change something from something that's already good or working, like there's speculation like, oh, what's going on?
Yeah, what's going on?
All right, so here's the deal, right? The best seller, easily the best seller, like far and away, is vanilla bourbon. That says VBO, vanilla bourbon oak. It's very rich. It is direct, right? You're ready for a sandalwood or an oud fragrance? I'm not ready for an oud, but the sandalwood, well, maybe. We started working on our next one. The brief is in. I'll come back to you guys on that. Patchouli. This is the one I'm wearing more than the vanilla because I'm a hipster and I can't wear what everybody else is wearing. And it's a sweet patchouli. It is patchouli, golden rum, and oak. Again, being very clear, a lot of these have all about them. So they come off very creamy. And
I smell it, yo. I smell the spirit. As soon as that
Wait.
spirit, though.
of course.
As soon as that spirit, I smell the spirit.
And sandalwood. The sandalwood I like. It's a little subtle. Speaking of sandalwood, it's a sandalwood, gin, and oak. I think that the sandalwood and the gin are too soft for me. They do come off really great. It's very, very creamy on the skin. It's a little subtle, and I'm probably going to really appreciate this more in the springtime. Which leads to amber. Similar story here. The amber is also very soft. It is very good. Amber mezcal, so it's a rum. Sorry, not a rum. A tequila. And no, not soft meaning feminine. I'll put it to you this way: loud versus not loud. So the volumes at like 9-10 versus not 9-10, 2, 3, 4. I'm not sure. Are you guys seeing this okay? It looks kind of like staticky. Is that coming off that way? Let me know. So the amber is also soft. So the sandalwood and the amber. Yeah. Hey, Raj. There's something going on with the screen.
This probably run out of batteries.
Are we about to run out of batteries?
That's it. What is that?
We're at 19%.
Yeah, it's about to go down. Yeah, it's about to
Okay.
pop off. Yeah.
Yeah, some static.
Yeah, we're
All right.
about to be done.
We're gonna have to drink more wine by ourselves without you guys. Sorry, you'll have to join us next time.
Do this next time. See, if I'd have came here, I got the extra battery in the bag. I could have had that on the charger. Boom.
But
no.
you forgot.
I guess
No, I mean, I knew to the phone. How much time is it? Oh, we almost got ahead already.
Yeah. Smoked oud. This bourbon smells good. I like it as a booze. And we have something nobody else has. Oro. This is a golden rum, and thank you very much.
It's good too.
It's like a light blonde oud. So oud comes in different shades, just like vetiver, just like the others. But this oak oud smell is for an oud is very light. Yes, Solana, we gotta talk. We'll chat later. My battery's fine. My phone works fine right now. I haven't been using Facebook, YouTube Live or anything. The new imaginary authors, dude, you're gonna buy it. I'll send you a sample or something. We'll chat later tonight. But it's really it's good. It's good. It's really good. As long as you like black pepper. It does speak to me because I've been loving black pepper and these other notes, the vanilla powder and the talc. It does come off very clean. It does smell like 1960s, 70s clean, not the dirty stuff.